what you're saying. Nani? Get out my business, okay?
Our favorite segment is clearly the Karen. We're gonna get into
Jesus Christ.
Stella. Jesus Christ.
I still can't get over that one. I think that was the best one I've ever seen since I've been on this show.
Oh man. Well, let's not start off with that, but let's start off with some serious business as we get into the things we forgot to tell you last week. This is a segment where we run down a bunch of things we forgot to tell you last week. If there's something you feel we missed in this list, don't hesitate to write it in the comment sections and let us know what you think about it. But starting off, we have a nurse in Louisiana who passed away because 10 months ago she said she didn't believe in COVID and then she died from it.
Yikes.
There's a lot of ways you can go with this, and there's a part of me deep down inside that wants to point at her and say, yeah, go fuck yourself. Like, because you're a healthcare provider.
No, Heero.
I said this is what I wanted to originally do, but I'm going to tell you how I feel. Okay? Let me get this out. But the truth is, you're a victim. You're a victim of misinformation. You're a victim of political strife. You're a victim of just everything that could possibly go wrong in the system. And moreover, leave it to a government in our system to send mixed signals about information. I truly do feel sorry for this woman and all the things that happened to her. But ultimately, that's just my feelings on it. That's my perspective on it. Nafi, what do you think?
Well, it's unfortunate, first of all, that she did die. I don't know if she left behind like a family, children, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But that's the biggest thing that's been going on with the pandemic, right? Is like people say this, people say that. I mean, I still hang out with people who tell me like they're not going to get the vaccine, but will be outside in public with no mask on and go into crowded areas. And it's like death has been proven. Like I think I've lost count of how many people have died from COVID. Who aren't vaccinated. So, I mean, it's a tough situation to be in. I mean, she's a frontline worker, right? Mm-hmm. You would think as a frontline worker, like, what are you advocating then at your hospital? I don't know. If she was my nurse and she didn't like wear a mask and she preached to me about like, oh, how COVID doesn't exist or you don't need to be vaccinated, I'd be worried. Because, I mean, these are the people that we're turning to. So whether you like it or not, you are the face of this pandemic. They're the people that have been there, who've been treating people. So I don't know. It's unfortunate though. I never cheer on or root for anybody dying, obviously, but I just think it's an unfortunate situation and, rest in peace. But this is serious. It's not something to play with. I mean, I don't know how many more things need to happen for people to realize that COVID is real. This is not a myth. This is no cap. All this crap people saying, this is real life. People are still dying till today. And now there's a whole new strand. I mean, I'm sure you'll talk about that as well, but.
Yeah, so shut up and let us go to the next story. Dang, it's quickies.
Sorry.
Hey, Soho Karen. Y'all might remember her. I remember her. This is one of the Karens that made us really popular in the beginning. She is now being charged with hate crimes in addition to her assault and other various crimes. I just wanted to give an update on this, and I think it's fair that we give an update on all the Karens that we have in the past show. So let's just keep an eye on this. But for all you that don't know, she's the girl who basically tackled a 13-year-old who she accused of stealing her phone, and the truth is she left her phone inside of the car. She was drunk, belligerent, and then when given the opportunity to apologize on national TV, she went on TV wearing a hat, said, "Yes, Daddy," and then told a Pulitzer Prize winning journalist to
Gayle King
to stop talking. She's talking right now,
sure
or
did.
something of the night. So let this face live in infamy. Soho Karen, thanks for all the views.
Terrible picture of her, by the way.
Yeah, you thought I was gonna find a good one of her. Nafi, guess what they're not letting you do at the Olympics?
Have sex.
On the beds, because the beds at the Olympics this year are made out of cardboard. And they're saying that the reason why the beds are made out of cardboard is so that the athletes can respect the COVID social distancing rule. And if you have more than 3 movements on the bed will fall apart. Now, this sounds hilarious on so
What
many
is the
levels.
focus here? What's the focus with the Olympics this year? I just want to know what the focus is. Like, what's the focus?
The thing that's funny about this is that that's actually fake news, Nafi. Like, that's what they said, but the truth is, if you think about the Olympics, every 4 years they build a bunch of stuff, and then all this stuff gets thrown into wasteland. So basically, this year they're taking an economical approach. These beds can withstand 212 kilograms. For all y'all that don't know, that's about 400 pounds. Some of these athletes don't even weigh 150 pounds soaking wet. I think 4 Ethiopian cross distance runners can fit on one bed, no problem.
Wow.
And I know.
But why Tokyo acting like they broke? Like, what's good?
But
Y'all ain't got no money?
But the thing about it is, it's just a sham. It's just another way of them doing this. And for proof, this is one of the Olympians who is on the bed, and I'm going to show him jumping on the bed.
In today's episode of Fake News at the Olympic Games, the beds are meant to be anti-sex. They're made out of cardboard, yes, but apparently they're meant to break at any sudden movements. It's fake. Fake news. In today's...
I love his accent. He's so funny. The fake news. But it's just weird that this is the length that they're going to. Just cancel the goddamn game. Like,
just cancel. It's a setup. It's a setup.
I've
said to myself now, with everything that's going on with the Olympics, I feel like it's a scam. It's a setup. Something's gonna happen there. God forbid. Hopefully, nothing big. But I feel like something is about to happen on Friday.
Well,
I can just feel it, Heero.
Hey, you know what? And you to your point, like, if you test fate, why would you be surprised when you get smacked in the mouth? Like, if you gonna test them, this is what's gonna happen. But I mean, you can have sex on the beds. Basically, is what we're saying. Go keep making super athletes.
It's
That's
confirmed. It's confirmed.
Yes. Nafi, do you know what you can be sent to jail for in Utah right now?
No.
You can be sent to jail in Utah for stepping on a thin blue line police officer sign and saying that you don't like the police in Utah, because in Utah that is considered a hate crime, and a 19-year-old girl has just been charged with federal and state hate crimes. Well, no, state hate crimes. And just so everyone's clear, a hate crime is something that you do with malicious political, national, any type of demographical effect to someone. So
almost like what they got for like the Asians, right?
Yes,
Asian hate
pretty
crime,
much.
right?
Stop
so
Asian
we still
hate.
Ain't got nothing though.
Stop.
Right?
No, shut up, Nafi. That's another white supremacist ploy. We don't worry about other people's weaknesses as we look for our own. If our brother is in suffrage, we are in suffrage too.
But we've been in suffrage for how
Nafi,
long?
what did Malcolm X say? If no, it was another lady, but it was the other lady. An injustice anywhere is an injustice everywhere. So we support them. Don't fall into the poise, especially you and your racist self. But we know that this is utter bullshit. And if you're an officer looking at this and saying, yeah, stick it to her, you are a petulant, unadulterated child. You are annoying. You are worthless. You need a better lifestyle. Because basically, woe is me. I felt threatened by a 19-year-old girl stomping on a Blue Lives Matter sign, and I arrested her for that. The only caveat I have for this is a white girl, so But the thing that sucks about this, Nafi, in Utah they've already sent someone to jail, and this is one of several states that are doing this.
That's their money.
Yeah, so somebody's going to jail for this shit. I'm just putting that out there. Someone is definitely going to jail for this shit. Another thing that's super interesting right now, I don't even know what this. Netflix is now going to introduce video games to their platform, so you can stream video games. So yeah, so like if you, and it's supposed to, excuse me, I'm dying. There's supposed to be some pretty legit video games. They said Ghost of Tsushima is supposed to be popping up on the Netflix platform, and it should work with every controller. This is super possible right now because right now on Microsoft, as long as you have a Windows computer, you can play any Xbox game if you have an account. So this is actually possible right now on any computer you're on or phone that you're on that has Windows capability. Nafi, what game are you playing first on your Netflix account since you run that one for our family?
Crash Bandicoot.
That, you know what? That's Nafi's favorite game. I literally have the whole entire series bought on my PlayStation. So anytime Nafi's with me, she can play anytime she wants. She does love her some Crash Bandicoot. But I think this is going to be a super interesting thing to see. I'm excited to see what they do with this, honestly.
I mean, I don't know.
You don't know what? Tell me.
Like, because now we think about Netflix and chill, that phrase.
Yes.
Now that you're adding the game to that, most women like myself hate when men play video games all day. Now you're adding it to a platform that we're supposed to separate the game from like Netflix and chill, and now you're adding it to there. So now it's going to become more of another.
Wait. Why can't you just play? Why can't you come play with your boo? Why can't you come play with your boo?
Everybody doesn't like Crash. I can assure you that.
Then you don't need to be talking to that dude. If you
you are the only people on this world that know what that is and who plays that game.
Nafi, that game is super popular. There's a whole community for it right now. I guarantee you, if you started a Twitch channel and just played Crash, people will love you for it, Nafi.
Twitch.
People will love you for it. I'm being real. Put hearts in chat if you would like to see my sister play Crash Bandicoot with me one day. Nafi, guess what Tom Brady did today?
My man met the president.
Yeah, so you want to hear his extremely bad dad joke?
What did he say?
Okay, let's listen to it.
It didn't look great there. At one point, we were 7-5, struggling a little bit, as the president alluded to. But we found our rhythm. We got on a roll. Not a lot of people, think that we could have won. And in fact, I think about 40% of the people still don't think we won.
I understand that.
You understand that, Mr. President?
I understand that.
Yeah. And personally,
Nafi, do you get the joke?
Yes.
I
didn't think he had it in him. Wow. That's refreshing.
Yeah. Tom Brady has a little bit of comedic timing with him, but I think what's really important about this is, do you think Trump is going to hear this and respond?
Of course. But my thing is, what saddens me is I won't be able to hear the response. I don't know what platform I can see it on.
He's going to have to write a letter.
Yeah, that was a good one, though. Shout out to Tom Brady. That was a good one.
That's Tom Brady for knee slapper. Dad jokes. Love it. All right. This is... Actually, I wanted this one on the other one. Hold on. Why is this one on here? Let's go to the next one. I want that for the other one. I don't know what this one is. Oh, Nafi, what's today's Muslim holiday?
Eid al-Adha. Today is the celebration of sacrifice.
And a lot of y'all, for all of y'all that don't know, the day of sacrifice has a lot to do with my name. It's when Ibrahim in the Quran was going to sacrifice his son for God. Yes. And I want y'all to know something. For all y'all people that ever walked up to me and was like, where do you get this intensity from? Where's this fire that I breathe and this overzealous nature I have? Is because at any given moment I'm willing to sacrifice somebody for my dreams and belief. Okay, this is where this fire comes from. It's a powerful ass name. So I am willing to cut my own bloodline from existence.
Not me.
Well, not Nafi. I'm not probably. If God told you to strike me down, Nafi, you're not gonna knock me out.
Unfortunately, Heero, no.
And you know what? You know what? And you want to know something? I would expect that from you, and I would just off myself, so you wouldn't even have a choice.
That's what I would hope.
That is.
That's what I hope. That's my thought. I was like, well, initially, I know you would do it yourself.
Honestly, that's crazy that Nafi knows that about me. I'll be like, oh, no problem. Boom, it's over. I'll see you in heaven. But guess who else we gonna see in heaven? Jeff Bezos, because he was out there in outer space today or a few days ago,
yesterday.
And I'll give him credit, man, because this picture says a lot about Jeff Bezos as far as PR is concerned. This dude is divorced, and I don't know if there's any better divorce separation tool than to literally leave the fucking planet. Like, he was like, yeah, that chick drove me that damn insane, so I had to leave the country. But the old lady to his right, to his left, is a wonderful woman who was one of the first aviation pilots in Texas. She's super old, and she got to go on this great journey back in the day when she wasn't even allowed in these conference rooms with them. So I love to see this picture, and I love to see that. The extremely better looking version of Jeff Bezos, all the way to the left, is his younger brother. It's who you would assume Jeff Bezos would look like if he was cool. And then the 18-year-old boy next to Jeff Bezos is daddy's boy, because basically some Austrian kid who had his father pay to go let him on the plane. Nafi, if you could go to space, who's going to be on your 3-man list?
So who would I take to space?
Yes.
Well, funny is I asked our mom earlier. She said she has no business in space, so obviously I can't take her.
That's a Nigerian. That's a Nigerian answer. Nigerian mom answer.
I would need to check with Jeff Bezos to see if immigrants could go. I'm trying to ask my dad to go next. But I mean, for me, I would have to take people who I know are going to be fun and who can also resolve any issues. So I would try to get like an engineer maybe to go with me in case something.
I mean, no, assuming everything goes right, who would you take just for the fun of it?
Well, I just think the big 3 should go for sure. So me, you, Luke.
All right.
You know,
I don't think
the big 3 should go.
Okay. I don't think.
I don't know. I think Luke. I don't know if Luke would go. I mean, to be honest, for me, like even watching Jeff Bezos landing, oh my God, they're going really fast. But it was like they're really going slow.
Yeah.
But from the video, it looks like they were landing really fast, and I'm like praying, like, oh my God, please don't let this man die. I go on national TV. So like. I don't know. Like, I don't know what it would take for me to actually go into space. Like, things would have to be really, really bad here, which they are, right, with COVID, to go to space and just take a break.
Yeah.
And just go to space. But yeah, I mean, I would just want us 3 to go for sure as a group to experience that. Or if I had children, try to take the children with me to experience it.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, these are big things, and I heard like Jeff Bezos wasn't the only one that went to space. Another billionaire went too.
Yeah, we covered him last week. His name's I
forgot his name, but
he's the dude
he also
that's in
went,
charge of the.
like,
he didn't really go to space. He went to the rim
the
of
outer
space.
part, right?
Like he didn't break the limit,
He
but
still went though.
Yeah,
Basically,
yeah. If he
like
wanted to
normal.
leave the fucking planet, there are now people who can leave the planet whenever they want, and that shit that's kind of scary. Yeah, like.
And I also want to know, like, do they need authorization from, like, I don't know, like who like, I know NASA's there, right? But like, who supersedes like NASA? Like, if like Jeff Bezos was like, you know what, forget you guys, I'm leaving. Can he just get on his spaceship and just leave, or does he have to put in like protocols?
I'm assuming there's protocols because you have American airspace, but that's not stopping him from going somewhere in the middle of the ocean.
But he owns that. Doesn't he own his own? He owns his own.
He owns his own
right?
airspace. Yeah. So, but like you own the space. Like it's a bunch of rules. But basically, Jeff Bezos can leave the planet whenever he wants. And for all the poor people on the planet, which is everyone else, that's concerning because you best believe that these people are planning their exit strategy today.
Exactly. Like, how many times has the president went to space?
That's a great point. Oh, next story.
Like, or does he have a means? Like, does President Biden even have a means to get into space right now? Like, if things got that bad and they wanted to protect him for some reason,
whose tax dollars is paying for the president to leave and not me? If the president gets to leave, the president should be the last motherfucker to get on the plane.
Yeah, oh, that's what I think of, right? Like, you would think, like, okay, he should be last, but if he's the first to go, then you know we're fucked.
Oh yeah.
If he leaves,
they're just gonna blow us up. You know, this is a great point, Nafi, because now I'm thinking about like Independence Day. We were always afraid of the aliens coming here. What about us being left here? That's the shit that's really bothering me.
I don't know.
Hey, that's interesting. What up, Fat Mac? I see you down there. Food for thought. But you know what else is cool? Remember we were just talking about like how cool it would be to have like a computer in your pocket? Well, Valve has created a Steam Deck, which basically does that. It puts a PC in a handheld. And by comparison, this is the closest thing to it, which is the Switch OLED. But this is incredible to see because you can play any and every video game on any platform, because if you have a jailbroken or one of those hack websites, you can do that here. Or you can have your whole Steam library at your disposal, which is amazing to think about in retrospect. So it's a computer in your pocket. It's the size of I have the Switch, which is like, this is the Switch without the sidebars, but it fits in the palm of my hand. And it's not like, oh, okay, that's a iPad. No, we're talking about a computer like to run what I'm running now. If you guys could see all the goddamn cords underneath
What's the difference between iPad?
The iPad, it's the processing power, to be honest. It's just because, iPads have a limitation. There's only so much you could do on it. On my computer, I can run my stream. I can connect to different things. I can run cameras out of there. That's not something Apple's going to let you do. But even if they did let you do it,
too much power.
Yeah, it's too much power. So I really enjoy this. This is something I'm really considering buying, because as a person who doesn't play Xbox games or own an Xbox, I'd pay $529 to own the upgraded version of this and connect it to a HD monitor and play my games that way. So I'm super interested to see what this is gonna do, and I want to learn more about it. Nafi, what's the worst thing you could do? What's the worst thing you could do to an ex? Like, if you wanted revenge on an ex, what would you do?
Well, I'm not that kind of person, but if I was, the worst thing you could do, goodness. I mean, obviously, causing any type of harm to a person is the worst thing you could do.
Well, what about stealing his car, then running a bunch of red lights and committing a bunch of fraud in his vehicle, and
that's thoughtful.
and then returning his car back so that he gets a bunch of tickets in the mail without knowing how. This is a message, Heero.
This is a message. I like this. This is a message. One, that you should never give a spare key to somebody, right?
Yes.
Number one. And then she strategically planned this. Now, if she was smart, I would have on a black hoodie, black glasses, hat, and just do this. And then you get this. Imagine a month later, you get a fat bill that says you owe $12,000 in red light camera pictures. And imagine me in a picture like this. In every picture, like, for the middle finger. That's priceless. That's new. I like that. That's ridiculous. I like that.
The rules still remain the same. Criminals are dumb. And she did this in China, which is one of the most heavily surveilled states in the
my God.
states
I
in
didn't
the
know
world.
That. Okay, wait.
yeah. There's
in
always.
China?
She did it in China, and not only was she caught on the 49th, so that means she had more planned. She said she also planned on robbing a bank with his car. So, like, she confessed to everything, but what she had ended up doing is her boyfriend uses the car as a ride share, and she just rented the car that way. And that's how she planned on doing it. But it's pretty hilarious to me, the thought that she put into it. Too bad she didn't think she was going to get away with it. Nafi, what do you think is inside of this car?
The camera?
No, look at the car. What do you think is inside the car?
Oh, it didn't come up yet. Is this the woman?
No. This is a different story. I'm asking you. What do you think is inside the car?
Maybe a child? I hope not.
All right, let's find out.
Oh, God. This is a child. She needs to be carrying.
It won't click. It won't play.
Okay, it's about to play now, I think.
Hold on. I got to go to the website because it won't play.
Bro, if a child is in there,
Dude, fuck.
people need to do better with their profile pictures.
They do.
Go up. Go.
He just looks creepy, this person. Already scrolling through her pictures.
Go. Go.
Nafi, what's in the car?
Let me see.
Go up.
What was in the car?
Go. Go.
Oh my God!
Go. Go. Dude, fuck.
How did he even get in there?
All right, so what you're watching right now is a black bear exit.
Bears have been reckless this year, Heero. This isn't the first time I saw something like this. One opened the door to somebody's house. Like, what's really good with these bears?
Christopher
Like, they
Robbins.
Damn.
all I think
And
is
he opened the door, and when she opened the door, he looked like, "Can I help you?" Like, And he locked the door, Heero, because she had to use a key to get in. Meaning, number one, first thing she did was leave her doors unlocked in the wilderness. Obviously, stupid. Second of all, the bear is smart enough to lock the door while he in there probably asleep. Are you kidding me?
There's so many more things wrong with this picture. I want to bring attention to the fact that this dude is barefoot, thinking he's going to outrun that bear if that bear said he wanted to put paws on him. The second thing I want to point out in this horrible story is when a bear is sitting in your car, I'm sorry to inform you about this, but it's no longer your car. A bear is sitting in his car, and you need to just walk the fuck away. This is a black bear, and like
what?
White
I'm just
people
looking at this all.
White people this could have been a deadly mix. The bear is clearly a younger bear. It's much smaller, but if its mother was nearby, yo, you catch it. White people are some of the most. Yeah, the day of sacrifice was about to happen. White people are some of the most amazing people on earth because they are the same people that will scream when a black person crosses the street, but then they'll fuck around and go mess with a bear. But hey, you know, I love to see it. And I love the white people that could do this for us, man. Hey, y'all bring me joy.
Wow.
Y'all bring me joy.
I'm bringing that bear to space, Heero. I'm bringing a black bear to space, period. Like, they smarter than most people. Like, it's smart enough to open a door, get in there, lock it. Like, what?
And last but not least, Lil Nas X has come out with his new promo, and it's a great video. I think you should definitely check it out. As you can see, he is playing the lawyer and the perp, the suspect in the situation, the defendant, and it's all based on the shoes that he sold with the blood drop for Nike. And he made an elaborate video. It's really good. And it's all a push for his new single that's coming out, that's being produced by Kanye West. And I am like, I don't know, regardless of how you feel about Lil Nas X, the man has style. The man has this ability to captivate a crowd. And for my money, for my money's worth, that's it, man. He does the damn thing, and you love to see it. So I'm interested to see this outcome, but I'm really talking about this in the algorithm. Nafi, what is your thoughts on this?
I mean, I just wish, this wouldn't even be a thing, right, if he would have just got Nike's blessings. I mean, and I'm going to talk about this a little bit in Tea with Nafi about, like, just speaking to people about things before you do it, especially if you don't own it. Like,
yeah.
But again, he is brilliant, and I like what he's doing. But yeah, just ask next time, Lil Nas X. I mean, I'm sure they would have supported you. Nike supports all kind of causes, right? LGBTQ. They support Muslims with their hijabs. Like, they do a lot. So just having a conversation, I mean, it could broaden a lot for him. But
I think for people like him, the controversy is definitely worth its weight in gold. Hold on, I can't hear you. Oh, there you are.
Can you hear me?
All right, now I can.
I'm gonna watch this video on a different day just to see what his argument was.
It's a great video, but for all it's worth, hey, that's the show. This is the segment where we tell you about things that happened last week. There's still more show to come. Stick around. Nafi, do you feel confident enough to do the outro?
You have to say it. Where can I find us, Nafi?
Oh, okay. So that's a yes.
Yeah.
All right, Nafi, where can they find us?
Thanks, guys. You can find us on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, all that good stuff. You can also drop some money in our donation box. Today's a great day to donate, especially for Muslims, and you got two of them on your screen.
Yay.
You know, it's Eid day. It's Eid. Pass some of that solid money around. What's up? Donate. Drop $1 or $2 in our bucket. You know what I mean? Share, like, subscribe. And yeah. That's where you can find us. Where the money resides.
As you guys can tell, Nafi is very good at counting. She should have been an accountant. But for all the other stuff, hey, let us know what you think in the comment section below. Engagement is super cool here. If you can like, share, subscribe to this, it'll help us out a tremendous bunch. The algorithm ain't on our side, but y'all know, as long as we got y'all on the booth, we always survive. So appreciate you guys. Stand by. But it's so hard to find through the daily grind. Been working overtime. And
sleep deprived. Shorty on my line and